through the Stargate.
Who are you? Who knows? We found you.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Back Through the Stargate. It is I, your humble Captain Fuzzy Nuts. Oh wait, no, I'm an Admiral now, aren't I?
Admiral Fuzzy.
Admiral Fuzzy Nuts. Here with my good old, big old buddy boy.
I'm G-Raj. How you guys doing? I missed
G-Raj.
you. I missed you so much. They keep me in a little box when I'm not talking on the radio.
Yeah, we turn him off in between episodes, you know, like he's starting to become aware of that, so...
I am your freak, so come on and wind me
Yeah, we're gonna have to reboot him. But no, you know what I've been thinking lately, man? You know what I've been nostalgic for
about.
I've been nostalgic for a bygone era.
Oh,
the
yeah.
era, the pre-internet era. Back in the day. Back when things spread on the playground, around the water cooler, like when you could be like, oh, there's a half man, half foot that lives in the sewers at the end of town. You know, not that end of town, the one with the shit plant.
Yeah,
urban legends.
Urban legends
Like
are
the
fucking
Green Man
great.
and shit like that.
They're not always fake though. We always said, like fucking alligators in the sewer, and then them sewer workers took pictures. Yeah, there's alligators.
There's
in
a
the
fucking alligator
sewer.
down here, man.
It's 90 degrees down there. Why wouldn't there be some fucking alligators down there?
Hopefully next time it'll be Ninja Turtles.
Because in the 70s, they sold them in all these magazines. Like, oh, buy your own pet alligator with an aquarium for like $6. So
yeah,
they
you can
did
order
it.
them and you pay like $3
And
shipping.
then their mom's like, it gets like a foot big. They're like, yeah, flush that motherfucker. And then in the
Hurry up
sewer
while
it
it
goes.
hurry up while it can still fit in the toilet.
Yeah.
You know, back in those days, the bygone era of urban legends. And
Yeah,
all
no,
that.
I mean, there's always kind of weird, crazy urban legends out there, and some are true, some aren't. Dude, we were kids, we used to hear about a ghost train all the time, and we went up there, and we saw a train come by, and we were all, like, messing with the kids, like, oh, ghost train, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't believe it, but the next day we went down to the tracks, and them tracks were broken off. They didn't go anywhere. They went to a bridge that was not there, and I saw that train come by.
It's a
So,
fucking
I don't
ghost train.
Ghost train, man.
I have a friend who has a cousin who has a friend who said that they saw melon heads in the woods.
Yeah, oh, did they?
Melon heads.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We had
friend of a friend of a friend who saw a guy who knows a guy. You know, but like you were saying, some of these urban legends are true. Some of them are true.
That's how it's
the Green Man of Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Green Man, that dude was walking around, he had like
that
green
was a real
skin,
guy.
no face. Yeah, that was a real guy. He was an electrical worker. Poor dude's like, I walk around at night so I don't scare kids. And he was still scaring kids.
Yeah, it's like, he didn't mean to.
You know,
But
like he did his best.
There's also, we all heard urban legends. Like, somebody tells a story, another person tells a story. It's an exaggerated part of a newspaper clipping somewhere.
Chinese whispers happens, fucking you play a game of telephone and all of a sudden, now you got FBI agents took this guy and they like released him into the wild because he was an experiment, this, that, and the third. And it's like, no, it's just a guy who got his face burnt off.
I noticed most urban legends are ghost stories. Like, I come from Bucks County.
A lot of them are,
Pennsylvania. So it's, that's the home of, you're driving, the guy, oh, there's a girl, it's raining, let me pick her up. She's in a prom dress. It's like, it's not prom. So he drives her to her house, and then he gets up there, he turns around, she's gone, but there's a puddle of water.
On the floor of his car,
There's a jacket there, so he takes the jacket back to the house where she lives, where she said she was going. And, oh, my daughter died, 10 years ago.
X amount of years ago.
That's a popular urban legend.
And nice Shyamalan country right there. What a twist.
Every town has a crybaby bridge.
Every town has a crybaby bridge. I had one. You had one. There's one in Wisconsin. There's one in North Carolina.
Some have, usually it's you go there at midnight, and if you listen, you can hear a baby cry because mom got sad, threw the baby over the bridge.
Yeah.
Regretted it, jumped after it, or whatever.
Or you got one like me where like a bunch of kids died, and you go into it's like a tunnel under a bridge, and if you park there and you turn your fucking headlights off, and like you sit there, you can hear kids like, you know, like kids having a ruckus, a commotion outside.
outside.
And then when you get out of there, there's handprints all over your car.
Oh yeah,
Everybody's got a crybaby bridge. Everybody's got one,
too.
and they're all different.
We had the handprint on the car where it was Gravity Hill, where it looked like uphill.
Yeah.
Where you would actually, and it would pull you up the hill, but you were technically going downhill. It just looked uphill.
Yeah, I had a fucking Gravity Hill too.
And if you went there exactly at midnight and looked outside, you'd have like handprints on your car, kids' handprints.
We had this one
It
house.
never happened, but I kept trying.
I lived in an old town, an old little one-horse town. You know this. And from my school, you could see on top of this mountain, it's an old house that had an old bell tower. And the urban legend was, and you'd always hear from like the 8th grader telling the 6th grader, like, hey, if you look up there, you know, shit like that. If you look up in the window at, you know, this time at night, you can see a body hanging from the window.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like there's urban legends are everywhere. But we got a couple specific ones.
No,
like,
we do.
You want to take the reign here?
I do have a specific urban legend.
Ooh.
About a video game.
Ooh. I love video game urban legends.
Yeah.
Like You Under the Truck. If like you guys are my age, you know what I'm talking about.
This is called Polybus.
No, it's not. It's called Polybius.
Polybius. Whatever.
It's called
Polybius.
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 Could you use it as a
Now,
sentence, please?
Polybius is an urban legend about a lost arcade game. It started appearing in arcades around Portland, Oregon in 1981. The gameplay was supposedly psychoactive, abstract, and dangerous.
Ooh.
It looked like, I don't know if anybody remembers Tempest.
Yeah.
Remember the game?
I remember Tempest.
Yeah. Okay, well, it looked like that, but it was like
On the Atari
mixed
Jaguar.
with, it was that mixed with asteroids. It was all like weird, and from what people described that used it, it looked like that. If anybody wants to know. And it was like, it was actually dangerous for kids who played it. They were said to suffer from amnesia, seizures, night terrors, and hallucinations.
I got the highest score.
Supposedly, like the kids, you know, they said they'd just be sitting there playing it, and then after a while, after a while, they would just not be playing it anymore, and they don't know how they got somewhere else.
Yeah, they're like, how did I get in my bedroom?
Yeah.
What?
They would they'd wake up at home in their bed, be like, wait, I was just playing a video game. What the
Wasn't
fuck?
it 6 o'clock? Why is it 2 in the morning?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck? But yeah.
And everybody knows that, you know, the night when you're supposed to go out and party when you're younger, and then you sleep and it's like 2 a.m, you miss the whole night, and you're like, son of a bitch.
What the hell?
That happens.
I've been there. I've had that happen. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, where'd this come from?
This happened in Portland, Oregon. Supposedly all these machines were all up in there, and every week people would see guys in suits and ties and sunglasses come in there, you know, and check out the machine and
Check it out.
data.
Ooh.
And ask the kids about it.
What is it? This had to have been the 80s.
Yeah, it was definitely 1981.
1981, fucking sweet.
And it's there is no machine like that. There's nobody claiming to make it. There's nobody, because I was alive during this time, and there's a lot of video games that you know you don't see when they're like greatest Atari hits. Like you don't see games like that. Shit, I had a game on Atari that was a purple pair of lips that you ate food.
Yeah.
And if you got a purple
fast
pickle,
food.
if you got
I
a purple
remember that.
fast food, if you got a purple pickle, the game was over.
I remember that.
Yeah, there's all kinds of weird.
I played that when I was
all kinds of weird video games. There's one with like a shotgun where you shot up into zombies. That was a great game, and it just came and went. So it's not above the possibility that somebody just made this game and it was making kids sick and having seizures.
Government just put it in there. CIA operatives, men in suits collecting data, man.
It could be a company, like somebody had a seizure and tried to sue, so they're like, just pull it, and they just never mention it because it was bad for business.
No, I'm convinced it was a government.
The internet.
It's a government psyop.
I do think, other than that, it could be the CIA being like, okay, how can we use video games to our advantage?
Or not even video games. Like,
can we drop these video games in Russia and let them have seizures from it?
Or like, can we embed certain frequencies in certain like TV broadcasts, flash it on the TV, and like rewrite people's minds? You know, make them do what we want.
Doubt it.
Implant subliminal messages like obey, buy Gatorade, buy Pepsi. Pepsi Cola, it's the tastiest. Pepsi, man. You know, I can see them doing that in video games.
Somebody wrote into a issue of GamePro in 2003 and referenced it. That's the earliest reference.
The earliest
online
mention.
to it.
Yeah. So
And-
GamePro 2003.
Yeah, everybody's saying there's no evidence, but you ask people around that area because they said it was around Oregon, upstate Washington. They had it,
Yeah.
and it was all around there. And they would always. The weird thing about that game is like these guys who came in suits and ties didn't give a shit about any other game except this
They
Polybius.
collecting data from Polybius. I'm telling you, it was a psyop. You only put in a few.
Definitely, yeah. I would
People
definitely not, you know.
Like, oh, hopefully it'll die down, but little do they know the power of urban legends.
Or was it just an urban legend that's all full of bullshit? You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't put it past getting from the government because there were so many. You guys don't really, you know. Maybe if you've never been to a real, you know, everybody's been to an arcade because they have arcades still. It's not like they don't. They're
I'm
just
pretty
rare.
sure most of the people that listen to us are my age,
Yeah,
so they know what an arcade
yeah.
is.
We all know what an arcade
I've
is.
been to
Now
Chuck
they're
E. Cheese's.
cheese dick, but when I was a kid, there was just video games as far as the eye could fucking see, and there were all kinds of different ones. There was a game called Tapper where you just threw beers at people.
There's a fucking there's an arcade out here, man.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
should go there sometime.
Well, I always get disappointed being an adult. It's like, oh, arcade, and you get all excited, and you're like, oh, wait, they mean slot machines, damn it. I'm thinking
Aw.
Pac-Man and shit.
That's a casino.
Yeah, that's
Aw.
a casino and shit. Definitely believe that there's some truth in this, but it could just be a whole, like, oh, there's
They
an
could have
evil
just been
video
like
game.
developing a new video game. They were getting some feedback from.
Because when I was a kid, there was video game lore, like, oh, you know what I mean? Somebody played so much they died. You know,
Yeah.
there
There was that one game, I forget what it's called. It was a video game, and it's documented. It's true. This kid was playing the game so much, and he ended up getting like a blood clot, an embolism, and it dislodged, and he died. And
he stood
dead.
up.
Yeah.
When
It was called Berserk. It was a game called Berserk.
Yeah, he-
he had like a little fucking smiley face and shit.
he sat down for like
No. He was standing at an arcade.
oh okay.
Yeah, and he just got a fucking blood
Well,
clot,
yeah,
and embolism. and
there's
died.
different urban legends. Oh, it suck you into the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you'll get like
you get pulled into the game. Now you live in that
get
world.
Jumanji'd into that.
That's why they
shit.
did it in Tron. Him getting sucked into the video game because that was like the lure at that time.
That was the consensus.
There was
At the
amazing stories with Emilio Estevez where he plays this game all the time and then it sucks his ass in. So,
Oh, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
see that when we do our Mystery Science Theater episodes,
yeah,
man.
dude, no, it was fun because he's all kind of cocky about it and he has to fight it.
He's like, oh, look, here I am. Oh shit! It's like nowadays, if that happened to us, we'd be fucked. You play
Yeah.
like God of War, and you
Yeah,
just stuck
dude,
there
yeah.
with Kratos. You're like, I don't
Kratos
know
comes
what
out like, I don't know what to do.
I'm just a guy, man. I'm not.
I
even
was
from
playing
this
that
time.
Marvel Strike Force. I'm fucked. That's like the Surfer, Ghost Rider, Punisher, and
And then you're
you
just
know,
there like, huh?
Wolverine.
Like, huh? I got a fucking urban legend that I'd like to discuss
All
with
right.
you. How do you ever hear of the Devil's Tramping Grounds?
No.
No, it's a barren circle of land in North Carolina, specifically Bear Creek, North Carolina, at the Harper's Crossroads. Of
Okay.
course, there's a crossroads. Devil's Tramping Ground.
I went
There's
down to the crossroads.
It's
Why is that such a big deal? Is that a thing in like
I
some
mean,
kind
cross.
of-
It's like
I think
it
it's a
falls
thing
into
in-
liminal spaces. You're in between two spots.
Yeah, I guess so.
And the devil lies in between like areas and shit.
Okay,
Like
no,
you can do,
that makes
you can
sense.
sell your soul in like a doorway. That's technically a crossroad.
Okay.
Crossroads like an archway, but it's a 40-foot circle that nothing grows in, and it's like a perfect circle in the middle of this crossroads.
Okay.
And the legend goes like this: on certain nights throughout the year, the devil himself is said to pace in this 40-foot circle,
So he's just walking around in a circle.
Pondering
Where that bitch
new-
at? Where my money at? Where that bitch at?
pondering new ways to like inconvenience humans and shit. There's this dude, like he's a newspaper editor and a journalist. His name is John William Hardin. He's the one who says that natives to the area say that the devil goes there and walks in circles as he thinks up new means of causing trouble for humanity. There, sometimes during the dark of night, the majesty of the underworld of evil, as he said, this is a quote. I'm not that fucking dumb. Like I can use words good.
Yeah, I use word good.
He silently tranced around that bear circle, thinking, plotting, planning against good in behalf of wrong. And this was written in the 20s. It's fucking, you know, it's just an area, a weird spot. It's like, why doesn't anything grow there?
If it's complete circle, you think maybe a UFO landed there like 200 years ago?
Yeah, but it's
irradiated it, and now they think it's like the devil's.
It's one of those things, like, you know,
spot.
like 100 years ago. Like, it's every time you ask somebody, it's like, oh, it's, you know, for 100 years, it's been, you know, nothing's been growing there. But every time you ask a new person, no matter what year it is, it's always been 100 years. You know. But like, what else? It's the 1900s. You're bored as shit.
Yeah,
or, no, like the 1700s. You're bored as
you
shit.
got stories.
And you're like, why isn't anything growing there?
That's all you got, stories. Yeah.
There's this one spot right here all the time. There's like nothing growing. There's plants all around it, but nothing in there. The devil must have been there.
Yeah, 7-year-old asked the grandmom, "Hey, grandma, why doesn't grass grow there?" That's where the devil dances around the circle, sonny.
But they also say, like, if you leave some in there overnight, like in the middle of the circle overnight, it disappears.
Yeah, no shit. A raccoon gets it.
No matter what.
I had raccoons take a whole. I was camping. I had a Tupperware thing of chicken.
Yeah.
Like pieces of chicken in there, like 8 pieces of grilled chicken, and it was like banging. But you know, I made too much.
Yeah.
So
you had leftovers.
Sealed it up. I put it on the table. I'm like doing shit. Turn around. Fucking coons took off with it.
Oh shit! Fucking raccoons.
Dude, so now my Tupperware's in a tree somewhere. I don't know. I guess hopefully they made a house out of it.
Raccoons were eating good.
I didn't know they could open Tupperware.
They got little thumbs.
I know they got thumbs and hands, but it's Tupperware.
Yeah, like they figured it out. They're like, I'm getting in this.
Yeah,
it smells good.
Chewing at it.
Probably ate the whole thing, bones and everything.
Yeah.
But another thing is that people be walking their dogs around, and the dogs start barking when they see the circle. They won't go near the circle.
That's different.
They won't go in the circle. Also, like, because people have done it, if you camp in the circle, apparently strange things happen.
Well, that's a good way to. I think we have urban legends because it explains a lot of weird stuff. You know,
like, hey, the ground might be poisoned there, so don't camp there.
Yeah, okay, them woods, that's where the ghosts and goblins are, and it's an urban legend. But in reality, there's a fucking bear and a wolf in there. Don't go in the woods at night. They're gonna eat you. Yeah, don't go in the woods at night.
Stay away from the woods.
It's good to tell kids urban legends and other people who it wouldn't bother them, you know, that. Yeah.
You know, just tell the kids the urban legends because, like, most of the time, if you do it, you're gonna die. Why are you gonna die? Oh, because if you do that, fucking a spider might bite your face and lay eggs in your face.
Exactly.
So don't fall asleep with candy in your mouth.
Yeah.
You know, some dumb shit like that.
Don't sleep with your socks on, you'll suffocate or whatever.
Yeah, some dumb shit like that. That's where your gills are, so you gotta keep your socks off. You know, dumb shit.
I get my socks on, baby, now. Get my socks on, mama, now.
But you know, they're all like, a lot of times you got the urban legend is just like kids talking dumb shit.
Yeah, they just make shit up. Like the old guy he's poor. You know, he worked at a gas station his whole life. He never really got married. He lives on his own. His house is falling apart. He goes to the fucking diner, gets a cup of coffee in the morning, and then spends the rest of the day in his house. And then the kids down the street are like, that's old man Jenkins. He eats children. You know what I mean? Like,
it's just dumb shit.
Kids don't go near him.
No, he doesn't eat kids.
And the old guy's like, I wish the kids would come over and say hello. You know, he's just a little bit old man. And they're like, don't go near him. He eats kids. And all the kids are terrified of him. And he's like, what the fuck did I do?
You ate your family, you fucker.
Yeah, everybody hates him and he doesn't know why. I'm just a nice old man.
I love the young people.
Like, I'm not gonna tell you again, old man.
Fucking and then you got, you know, like people making up they just make shit up, you know, out of nowhere. Just for dumb shit.
But like, there's also urban legends where, you know, you hear it and it's like you see the person who tells you and they believe it 100%. Because there was a story somebody told me he had a Volkswagen Bug and he was driving in his Bug, stopped in a field, take a piss. They smoked, you know, a joint.
The devil's lettuce.
And then they heard something and they started driving out of this field and something jumped on the car. and like latched on.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and they were like trying to get it off. They finally shook it off, and then when they left, they looked at the car. It looked like claw marks, you know.
Yeah.
And it was weird because I thought this dude who told me the story, I thought it would happen, you know, it happened, and then I heard somebody else say it like somewhere else, and I'm like, oh, I guess it was just an urban legend, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so
it like
happened.
chilled my blood when he said it. I'm like, oh, did it really happen? You know, because he said it happened to my brother, man. I saw the car, you know.
And that's the apex of fucking urban legends. Is like I got.
But
my brother's got a friend who said this.
Do people do that to make it more believable? You know, because I always, every time I heard a urban legend, I was always good. This is what I heard, you know.
Yeah, like I heard this, or like my uncle's brother's cousins 3 times removed on my mother's side said this.
Like,
you know,
like when I saw the ghost train, there was tracks right next to us where we saw that train going, and my friend's convinced that because there is other train tracks, but they're really far away. And that light for the train was right there. So
right there.
It was either fog was making the light come closer, because he was like, oh, it was swamp gas and the light was closer.
Swamp
like, no
gas
way.
reflecting off
that
the light
light
of
was
Venus.
right there. So I'll go around and tell people that I thought it was a ghost train, and he'll tell people that it was just a real train. It just looks close. You know, so who knows?
Fucking, and then you got other people, you know, like you got the killer in the back seat.
Oh yeah, that's a great one where, all right, so you're driving down the road and there's somebody up your ass, like swerving behind you, beeping, and flashing their high beams. So you're driving, like, what the fuck's this asshole's problem? So
You
you're
start
driving,
getting scared.
you start driving a little faster, and they start flashing their high beams again.
Taking turns.
And you're taking turns left and right, and you're like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the police station. You try to get a signal, no signal, you can't call the cops. Like, motherfucker. So you just pull into the police station, and the whole time this person, every couple minutes, they start flashing the high beams real bad, beeping the horn. So then you pull into the police station, the back door opens, and then somebody goes running away. And then the guy that was following you screeches up, and he runs out too, and he's like, oh, you're okay? And you're like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? And then the guy's like, oh man, this guy was coming up in the back seat with a hatchet to stab, to kill your ass. And every time I saw him, I'd flash my high beams and beep the horn.
you just duck back down in the seat.
Yeah.
It's like,
and he would duck back down in the seat, and he kept trying to do it. And then every time he did, I would beep the horn and flash the high beams.
I can't tell you how many times when I was a kid, it was always like every time before you get in your car, check the back seat.
Yeah, no, that was a bigger
guy in the
legend
back
when I was
seat.
a kid. Yeah. People would get afraid and shit. They'd be like, no,
and then they tell you the story, the guy in the back seat, which means, like, you know, there's got to be some kind of truth to that. Somebody saw that shit.
Yeah, that had to happen in some kind of way.
Somebody told the story, and then like you sit there and you're like, ooh, and then you tell the story, and then eventually it becomes, my brother told me this story. You had a friend who said this.
My cousin's sister's uncle's former roommate.
Exactly. Spaceball 2's coming out. Spaceballs 2's coming out.
It is.
Not sponsored, but we could be Mel Brooks.
When I was a kid, there was a whole bunch of giant car lots, you know, and they're the Pitcairns.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a big car lot with a whole bunch of you know, cars and everything, and there's like 4 or 5 of them in our town. So whoever owns it, they're super rich. So there's all kinds of stories about inbreeding and stuff.
Ooh.
So supposedly, you know, if you go up on their property at night, and this is a big urban legend where I'm from, Pennsylvania, like around Bucks County,
with the twist.
Yeah, around Philadelphia, around there. It's like 5 minutes south of Philadelphia, if you're wondering. So,
inbreeding. You go up to their house.
Yeah. Did you go to their house? And they supposedly you'll see like a whole bunch of the big water heads out there. You know,
melon heads.
Melon heads, and they have guys with 6 and 7 arms, and you know what I mean?
Babies.
Like 2 and 3 eyeballs. So the big urban legend was, you know, this guy was. I remember one guy was telling me about the Pitcairns. Oh yeah, I know the Pitcairns. We're up there. We were in a van, and the cops comes up. He's like, "What are you doing up here?" He's like, "You can't be up here." And he sticks the cow prod under the van, and one of them went scary in a way.
Oh, dude, that shit my pants, man.
Yeah. One of them, they were like, "Yeah, man, you can't be up here. They'll follow you home. And they'll eat you, man."
Fucking Pitcairn, fucking mutants, man.
That was the big urban legend. They'll just eat you.
You got melon heads. You got fucking. You got fucking the water babies.
Yep.
Fucking water babies.
But that was around my area. Like like the killer in the back seat. That's classic
gotta be some
urban legend.
basis of truth. Like the calls
Maybe?
coming from inside.
Yeah, the calls
house.
coming from inside the house.
Fucking shit.
Oh
like
shit, we got 2 lines. Oh my god. Oh. But,
fucking. What are you wearing? I miss these days so much,
points.
man. Hollow
She
points.
should have been like hollow points.
Full Metal
Or would you
Jacket.
like Full Metal Jackets? Honey? That's what she
Fucking-
should have said.
Yeah. Fucking and then you get, all kinds like, and it's
What
not
you
even
got,
just
Bones?
America that's got fucking urban legends either. This
Oh,
shit's
really?
all over the
Yeah,
world.
no,
It's
it is.
like people in South Korea. It's less so now because of the internet.
Yeah, the
people
slit mouth woman or whatever.
that fucking
Yeah.
techie fucking.
Yeah.
She's just tap in the subway tunnel coming
With a
at
hopping ghost.
you. The fucking Japan's rife with urban legends, but the
Yeah.
one I got in particular is one that thankfully people are starting to not believe
Oh,
anymore. But it was huge all the way up until like the mid 2000s. Fan death. People in
Fan?
South Korea,
like-
and to a lesser
What
extent,
kind of fan? Like
like an electric fan.
Oh, okay,
not,
like,
not,
yeah.
not Katana from fucking.
okay, from Mortal
not you
Kombat.
sitting there. Oh, I got the vapors.
I
Shit
got
like
the
that.
vapor.
Not one of those fans, but
Okay.
an electric fan.
Electric fan.
Keep you cool in the summertime. But for the longest time, since at least the 1920s, people would think that if you're in a room with a fan and you got it blowing right on you, you'll die. Through many different
Why
factors.
would you think something like that?
It's a fucking. It stems from a 1927 article that states fucking right here. Where's the article?
So some hack
I'll
wrote an
find it.
article?
Yeah, it's strange harm from electric fans. They would think that fan death is a misconception that people have died as a result of running an electric fan in a closed room with no open windows. Fucking which, why are you in a closed
Too
room
much
with no
air.
open
Oh my
windows?
god, stop
Fucking-
moving the air.
While the supposed mechanics of fan death are impossible, obviously, given how they operate, belief in fan death persisted to the mid-2000s in South Korea and Japan. To a much lesser extent, but still in Japan. But
I should start.
nobody
in
knows
Japan,
exactly where it
trickle
came
down
from.
into Korea.
Nobody knows exactly when it started, but they could trace like it as far back as like 1927, where an article was like
Was it a
linking
horror
into
story?
risks. No, it was an actual newspaper article linking to risks of nausea, asphyxiation, and facial paralysis from the new tech. Because at the time it was
That
new
was
tech
new technology.
at the time in
Okay.
the 20s.
And it was somebody afraid of the future, being like, "Oh, it's bad."
Yeah, so they pass it around. It's like, it's hot. I want to turn the fan on while I sleep. And everybody's like, no, you can't do that. You'll suffocate. Fucking shit like that. They link it to a conspiracy theory that started around the 1970s, during the world energy shortage.
Oh yeah.
And they think that it was created by the government as a way to get people to cut back on their energy consumption. During the summertime.
If
It's
you
like,
if you
the
have that
government's going
fan,
around-
you'll die.
Yeah, you can't do that. It can cause facial paralysis or asphyxiation.
Sure thing.
But a lot of
too much air.
like there have been a few deaths that have been attributed to electric fans officially, but like a lot of the things they say happen because of the electric fan are actually caused by other disorders, like fucking hyperthermia, heat stress, because like it doesn't matter if it's above 90 degrees in your enclosed room with no ventilation.
Fan ain't gonna do
The
shit.
fan's not going to do. It's going to make it worse actually, because your sweat's not going to go nowhere. It's going to be humid as fuck in your room because of the humidity, because it's South Korea in the
push around hot
summertime.
air. Yeah.
It's not going to do anything. So like you die from overheating. It's not fan that killed you. It's the fact that you're in an enclosed room with no open windows in 90-degree heat with 100% humidity.
Saying the fan did it, it's like finding 3 bodies in the woods and be like, "Yep, it's the trees killing them."
Yep, the trees be killing them.
Trees be killing
And then,
motherfuckers.
hypothermia, because when you sleep and it's colder out, even when it's not colder out, if you go to sleep, your body temperature lowers because your metabolism goes down. So if you got a fan on you and your body temperature is lower and it's humid and you're sweating and you got the fan on you, your body temperature is going to get even lower. And if you're a baby, an old person, or you're just drunk as shit, there's a good chance it'll just keep getting lower.
Yep.
And you die of hypothermia.
That's right.
And the third reason is asphyxiation, which There's got to be a lot of people in that room. But if you're in an enclosed room with no ventilation and you're fucking breathing in oxygen and you're breathing out carbon dioxide, eventually there's going to be more carbon dioxide in that room than oxygen.
So it's true. A fan can kill you.
No. If you're in an enclosed room and you've been in that enclosed room for like a week without leaving,
okay, well,
at that point there's going to be so many other things besides this that are going to kill you.
So you'll be fine for a night's sleep.
Yes, a fan is not going to kill you in any way, shape, or form. There's so many other things that you have to worry about in the summertime heat than a fan killing you. Maybe if you have like shitty electricity and it sparks and the room catches on fire, but the fan didn't kill you, the fire killed you.
That's true.
It's just because, back in the day, in the 1920s in Korea, they weren't exactly modern at the time.
When I point the gun at somebody and pull the trigger, the gun shot that guy.
Yeah. No, I think that's different.
The gun killed that guy, not me,
right?
Oh, shit, okay.
But no, there's media coverage, like right here. During the summer, mainstream South Korean news sources regularly report alleged cases of fan death, so they still fucking believe it, and they're still perpetuating it, but it's less so now. A typical example is this excerpt from July 4th, 2011 edition of the Korean Herald, it's an English Korean newspaper.
Okay.
A man reportedly died on Monday morning after sleeping with an electric fan running. The 59-year-old victim, only known by his surname, was found dead with the fan fixed directly at him.
I eat quadruple cheeseburgers every day, 3 times a day. It was definitely the fan.
There's no way it was the burgers.
No way it was the burgers or the way I live, or the 15 cigars a day I smoke, or all the brandy I drink. It was definitely the goddamn fan.
If that fan wasn't pointed at me, I swear to God, I'd still be alive. But like, there's like the South Korean government issues fucking consumer safety alerts. Like right here, the Korean Consumer Protection Board, a government-funded public agency, issued a consumer safety alert in 2006, warning that asphyxiation from electric fans and air conditioners was among South Korea's 5 most common summer accidents and injuries.
Were they just
according
trying to scare
data they collected. The KCPB published the following. If bodies are exposed to electric fans or air conditioners for too long, it causes the bodies to lose water and causes hypothermia. If directly in contact with the current of air from a fan, this could lead to death from an increase of carbon dioxide saturation concentration and decrease of oxygen concentration. The risks are higher. Remember, people, this is from the South Korean government in 2006.
And they wanted you to not use your air conditioner. Just sweat. All right, you'll be all right.
The risks are higher for the elderly and patients with respiratory problems. From 2003 to 2005, a total of 20 cases were reported through the CISS, the Consumer Injury Surveillance System. That's dystopian sounding.
Very.
Involving asphyxiations caused by leaving electric fans and air conditioners on while sleeping. To prevent asphyxiation, timers should be set, wind direction should be rotated, and doors should be left open. Fans don't kill people.
I know. You could have just been like,
you can't die from a fan.
Can you turn off your fan at night, save energy, and ask people? You can't lie to them. Say your fan will kill you.
That's deadly, dude.
The air.
You'd be laying in bed and like the fucking police kick your fucking door in, like take you to a mental hospital because you're trying to commit suicide by sleeping with a fan on you in the summertime.
Don't, man. Life's worth living. Don't turn that off.
He says here that you were going to try to kill yourself. It's like, no, I was just hot, man.
Yeah.
Fans kill you, right?
There's other weird ones too. Like I got a couple cryptid urban legends.
Cryptids are always fun. We can always put cryptids. Yeah.
There's, like you said, the urban legend of the bunny man.
The bunny man.
And then you found out it was a real dude.
Yeah. Dressed in a rabbit costume.
He was just loony fucking tunes. Towards Ohio, towards Pittsburgh and Ohio, around that area, there's the Goat Man.
The Goat Man.
Yeah, he's supposed to.
I fucking love Goat Man.
He'll jump on your car and try to hit it with a hatchet.
In like Maryland, they got the Maryland Goat Man, the Goat Man Bridge in Maryland.
Yeah, he's around Maryland too. He tries to he'll kill your dog.
Oh yeah, he'll take your dog out,
he'll
fucking
take
eat
your
your dog, dude.
He'll eat your dog.
And then you got fucking the Owlman.
Yeah, Owlman. Owlman's been around since like the 1700s. Supposedly he's reported in Montana, and he's reported in the UK and shit.
Fucking Owlman.
Yeah.
The UK's got all kinds of crazy shit.
The story originated when Tony Doc Shields, who had been involved in a series of monster-raising exploits in 1976, claimed to have investigated a report of two young girls on holiday in Mawnan, M-A-W-N-A-N.
Manan.
I have no idea.
Manan.
Do they serve tea and crumpets there? No, I'm sorry. Who saw a large winged creature hovering above the tower of St. Mawnan and St. Stephen's Church of Mawnan.
Oh shit.
On April 17th, 1976. According to most versions of the story, the girls, identified as June and Vicky Melling, were so frightened by the sight of the large feathered bird man that their father, Don, immediately cut short their family holiday after hearing their tale. Do you think it was like
Birdman,
do you think it was like do you think it was like Mothman?
No, it's Owlman, dude. Who
Well,
cares if it's exactly like
what I'm saying?
Mothman? It's Owlman.
And it's been seen like in the
You know what's crazy?
1746 they saw it also. Owlman flying around.
What's crazy is that Mothman was described multiple times as being they attributed it to being a large barn owl.
That's what I'm saying.
So it could be
Is there a
Owlman.
giant owl out there somewhere that we don't know about?
I mean, owls do get pretty big, but I don't know. That I'm looking at these pictures, and Owlman doesn't
huge.
look like an owl, man.
Yeah, not at all.
It doesn't
Yeah.
look like an
He
owl,
looks
man.
more like Mothman than an owl man. It could be the same kind of creature.
Same subspecies.
But back to urban legends, there's also Hookman.
Is this the one I'm thinking of?
Yeah, with the girl,
With
the girl and
bees?
the guy are
With the bees and Candyman?
no, no, not that one. There's a girl and a guy. They're in the car. They're making out, and then they hear something. She's like, "I hear something." He's like, "I don't hear nothing, baby. Just give it up." And she's like,
Mom,
"No,
we're at makeout
no, hold
point."
on, I don't hear anything." And they're at makeout point, and she's like, "I hear something. Just check it out." And he's like, "All right, I'll be right back."
And
And then he goes back, and all you hear is, after like a couple minutes, you just hear scrape, 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 scrape,
and then on the radio,
scrape, scrape.
you hear a
Yeah.
breaking news.
Local news, mental institution had a escapee. Be on the lookout.
Armed with a meat hook.
He has a hook for a hand. So they're like, oh my god. So then you go out, and then you just see it was the boyfriend's hanging upside down, dead, and scraping on top of the car.
From the tree, scraping the
and
car.
the guy was scraping the hook, or the guy was scraping the hook on the car, whatever version of the story. it is.
I fucking love these old urban legends.
Yeah.
You remember that movie? That movie, Urban Legend.
Yeah,
had
no,
all
they
those
did a
in
good
there.
job with them.
And then there's that movie.
If you've seen another movie that has really good urban legends was
Tales from the Dark Side.
No, the horror book for kids. It's
Scary Stories to
Scary
Tell in the
Stories
Dark.
Tell in the Dark. Yeah, that's what it is.
The footsteps.
Like the girl, she got a little zit on her chin. She kept scratching and scratching.
Yeah, the red dot.
Because she had a spider bite, and then she never took care of it. She's scratching and scratching, and a million spiders just crawl
burst
all
out
over
of her face, crawl all
We all
over.
heard that story in school. Remember? Oh, that
You gotta
dude,
watch
it
your
happened
face,
here
or you
last
might get
year.
spider eggs. In
There
that.
was a girl. She was scratching her face, blah blah blah, all over her face.
Or the girl who was, she always had her hair up in the fucking hairspray and the beehive do.
Yep.
And then she was sitting there, and like one night she felt something itching her head and biting her, and she started freaking out. Spiders started coming out of her hair. It's like, this is why you gotta wash your hair every night. You can't just keep hairspraying it.
The girl or guy licking envelopes for their wedding, and they accidentally cut their tongue, and then their tongue swells all up, and then the doctor cuts open the tongue, and a cockroach crawls out.
Yeah, the fucking roach eggs.
Because the roach eggs were living in her tongue.
Man, I miss these days. There's no good urban legends.
Yeah, I haven't
anymore,
heard a real good one.
The closest that I've heard, and the most recent one, is an extension of an old classic from 1981. the creepy phantom clowns of 81.
Oh yeah.
You remember
Yeah,
this
the
when
Phantom
we
Clowns,
talked about
yep.
this on that podcast that never existed back in the
Yes.
day called Wandering Through the Stargate that doesn't exist anymore?
It doesn't exist, yeah.
It's not real, it never happened, and you guys will never get that information from me. Ever. Never. But anywho, when we talked about this last time, we kind of glossed over the whole, killer clowns thing. But it started in 1981, all right? This is an extension of the whole fucking satanic panic that we also talked about once in an episode that doesn't exist for a podcast that never existed.
We all know the Satanic panic.
It was first reported in 1981 in Brookline, Massachusetts.
Yep.
All these fucking, they all start on the East Coast, man. They
always
all
do.
But when a couple children said that two men dressed up as clowns had attempted to lure them into a van, which, fucking, I'd freak out too.
Scary as shit.
Exactly. And then after that, the panic spread all throughout the U.S., particularly in the Midwest and Northeast. Fucking, and in 1985.
The weird thing is, in 1981, when all these kids saw them, kids all across the country were reporting clowns said they tried to abduct them, but all these kids described the clowns were dressed the same.
Yeah, the exact same clowns.
Yeah, it had
all throughout.
It was a van with a ladder on the side. There was like a Spider-Man there,
It was from Massachusetts to fucking Phoenix, Arizona, from Phoenix, Arizona to New Jersey, and it even spread to Brazil and Honduras in Mexico, which is crazy. And you had Stephen King's It out at the same time.
Well, you want an interesting
John
fact about
Gacy.
You want interesting fact about it. He had a troll as the bad guy till 1981.
When the clown,
he shelved it because he didn't think a troll was a good bad guy, and then he made it a clown.
Just to fit in, because it was so prevalent. This is from 81 to 85 to 1990 to 1991, 2013, all the way up until 2014 when we had that, everybody was seeing all those
clowns.
Everybody was seeing all those evil clowns in the woods and shit.
But there was guys running around dressed up like clowns.
There were, but not nearly as many as were being reported.
But here's the thing. If all them kids were making it up, why did they all report the same clown? A van with a ladder on the side. The one guy had a tutu. The one guy wasn't wearing pants, but the other guy was dressed, and he had a silver suit on. And then the other one was, there was a Spider-Man and a rabbit or something there.
Yeah, right here. The vehicle is described as an older model black van with ladders on the side, a broken front headlight, and no hubcaps. The Brookline police called the town's school department and told administrators to be extra cautious.
Yep. School
Superintendent Robert R. Sperber instructed all 10 elementary schools to warn pupils. So, beware, clown. There's a clown. It's fucking crazy. This was in the Boston Globe.
Yeah, because they were all describing the same thing, but was it a big news hook to watch the news, or did that shit really happen? I believe it happened.
Apparently it wasn't an isolated incident. There's been several creepy clown sightings across Boston that spring. And a lot of this was happening in Massachusetts. A lot of it was happening in fucking New Jersey.
Because in Chicago, there was a Homie the Clown sighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, where there was a guy running around being crazy, or because none of the parents saw him, just the kids.
Yeah, it's fucking. They were letting people into fucking there was just clowns all over the place in Massachusetts. Children were seeing the clowns in Pennsylvania by June. It says June of that year. So
yeah, well, that makes me think it was one of those fucking satanic cults. If there was clowns and then a Spider-Man and a rabbit. Damn, if I was 5 and saw Spider-Man, I'd be like, "Yo, what's up, Spidey?"
Fucking Spidey.
Yeah, dude. What's up, man? And they'd be like, "Get in there.
We got candy and puppies.
Your ass better belong to Jesus."
This is fucking. And then there's another weird it was linked to that Finders cult, the clown sightings in 81.
Exactly.
The Finders were real big. They were going around taking kids.
It was probably satanic.
Apparently, the founders were linked to John Wayne Gacy. He was an evil clown.
Yeah, because he said,
were
"Why
to
am I the only one
Dean
going
Coral,
down?"
which we're not getting into Dean Coral because of that podcast, and
they're all part of this
exist.
big thing. I honestly believe it was one of the cults, the satanic cults that were going around at that time.
I mean, it was a satanic panic of the 80s and 70s.
Yeah, I'm saying people were into that shit. I think people fell out with Christianity, and then they thought Satanism was cool. You know?
Yeah, they're like
Anton LaVey and all that shit.
They're burning churches in Norway.
Yeah,
we're gonna do that. Black metal for life. Yeah, Jesus sucks. The devil rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus sucks.
Everybody
the devil
knows
rules.
Satan has all the cool music.
Yeah, he got all, fucking. He's got Ozzy, the Slayer. Fucking. What do you got?
Actually,
you got
what people don't know is Ozzy, the guy, Tom Rye from Slayer, all them guys from all them metal bands are big fucking
big
Bible
Christians.
beaters.
Yeah. Like
so technically,
Ozzy was a deacon in the Church of England.
The God music is pretty cool. Yeah.
If you want to get tactical, but shut up, you fucking noob. No, fucking poser, man.
I'm sure everybody knows urban legends, and they're not always fake. Like you said, with the sewer gators, like music has a million. I'll play this song backwards, and it says, I am the devil, or whatever the fuck.
Little Nicky told us the Chicago were the real ones.
Yeah.
I am Satan. Give your soul to me.
Yeah.
If you play Ozzy Osbourne backwards, it says fucking the devil wants you or some shit. What was it? What fucking what song was it?
Shoot.
What was the really big one that was making kids commit suicide? The Ozzy song.
Suicide Solution.
The exact opposite.
I'm saying, it's talking about Bon Scott who drank himself to death. It's a solution as in a drink.
Exactly. Fucking.
Not like a solution as in it's the solution. He was thinking like, a solution, like a drink.
It's a fucking satanic panic.
Like
I really hate talking about it because it's stupid. Dungeons and Dragons, or you're making suicide pacts.
My mom was like, "Oh, Mike, don't play D&D. You'll get all like possessed." Like, Mom, that was a movie. I was like, "That's ridiculous." Because that's one of Tom Hanks'
game.
That's one of Tom Hanks' first movie, Mazes and Monsters, where he plays D&Ds because that dude, they said he went all nuts and tried to really kill people.
It's Eminem.
For real D&D.
Mazes and Monsters.
Yeah. I
did not just break my shoe.
You did.
I didn't. Shut up.
Motherfucker. But they Mazes and Monsters, they were like, if you play D&D, you're gonna get all possessed, and blah blah blah.
G-Raj, we should make our own urban legend.
What's that?
We're gonna figure it out, but you're gonna help me, and we're gonna post it on Threads, and it's gonna start here. And we're gonna make our own urban legend. We're gonna call him Thick Man. He's gonna be the opposite of Slender Man. I've had a lot of crazy shit
happen in my life. I don't really need to make up an urban legend. I got like the Ghost Train. I could just tell.
No, we're gonna make it up. It's gonna be like Slender Man, except it's gonna be Thick Man, and instead of stealing your kids, he's gonna give you children that are yours. There's nothing you can do about it.
He's gonna steal your candy.
He's gonna steal your candy. He's gonna give you kids.
Shit, Halloween's coming. Big Dick Randy's coming.
Uh-oh, here comes Thick Man. Thick Man's coming. Be careful. But so that's urban legends, and that's how I feel about it. I think
love
it's
urban
cool.
Legends.
I miss these days. I genuinely miss the days when urban legends were like a thing.
Well, I just that's great times in your lives when you just sit around and somebody's like, all right, I got this story, and they tell you the story and you get goosebumps, and you're like, oh man,
campfire stories.
Yeah, that's what an urban legend is.
I wish we didn't live in a place where fire was illegal.
Before urban legends, they were just stories.
They were just legends.
Legends, yeah.
Yeah, they were just legends, and then cities came, and now they're urban. They were rural legends. Fucking what is it? Creepypastas now. That's what we got.
Yeah, well, no, I don't mind that they went from urban legends to creepypastas.
I can't wait till we get to our creepypasta episode.
But creepypastas are a lot different because they're like, you can tell an author's doing it.
Yeah, but a lot of it was
a dark, stormy night with my nuts blowing in the wind to the left. And then you're like, you don't need to go that detailed, bro. You're not trying to win a poll.
What do you mean? I had to tell you that I got to tell you, so you believe me, because my nuts were definitely blown to the right. I thought you said left. Yeah, that's what I said. Other left.
Isn't this story about a chair that eats buttholes? Like, like calm down with your,
if you look at this picture for too long, your butthole prolapses.
I'm saying, calm down, buddy.
But
I
I
don't
like
mind it.
creepypastas though, and I can't wait till we get to our creepypasta
Yeah, we
episode. 'Cause
should have
there's
a
some
good
good
one.
ones out there. There's some that break the mold and they come out and they actually become something popular, like Slender Man, man.
Yeah.
That started off as creepypasta, and then some 12-year-old girls killed their friend over it.
But it's like, if you do have kids, you tell kids some urban legends, they're like, oh, really? You're like, yeah.
And then they'll believe you. They'll be
Yeah,
like, we
exactly.
can't go in the sewer. There's gators in there.
Yeah,
and they'll
exactly.
bite our legs off.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll have to come back and we'll mutate from the sewer sludge and become teenage mutant
But
ninja swordfish or some shit.
Yeah, who knows what's in them sewers? Because there's 3 or 4 fucking cities worth of levels down there in the New York sewers.
You got New York, old New York.
Yeah,
and
not like
pre-New
Futurama. Like 3,000 years in New York.
But
All
hey,
right.
yeah, that's our episode.
Yeah, thank
we
you
hope
for
you
listening,
enjoyed
man.
it and it sparked some curiosity.
Definitely.
If you love us,
Yep.
listen to this ad.
Check
we
it out,
love you.
man.
Bye-bye.
Bye. God damn leg.
Yo, G-Raj. I seriously don't know how you're still putting up with those laggy ass servers, man. You gotta check out Nitrado.
I mean, I am tired of slingshotting into the walls.
Exactly, that's what I'm fucking talking about, dude. Nitrado's game servers are super affordable, so your broke ass can still fucking get it. Like a few bucks a month, and they got over 120 games.
That's awesome.
Ark, Minecraft, Rust. You can even swap between them at any time. No extra fees, different games, man.
Wait, you can switch games on the same server?
Yeah. Plus, setups instant and you're totally in control. No nonsense, no contracts. Just hop in and host your own world the way it should be.
Okay, you sold me. Where do I sign up?
Nitrado.
Use the link in the description to sign up. I'm
Yep,
down.
That link right there. Just click
I'ma try
on it.
that.
It's nice and easy, man. Nice and easy.
All right.